My name is Camilla. I was currently in the hospital for tests. I'm in the middle of a hellish situation. The female patient in front of me is having an affair with my husband. What am I supposed to do? I went to the hospital about a week ago. The doctor recommended that I be hospitalized for a checkup. I am in my late 30s. I decided to go in for a checkup because I have children. In fact, my mother had a serious illness before. It is better to be prepared than to be afraid. I decided to have my body checked out because early detection is a good thing. But I had one concern. It's about my husband, Austin. Lately, we can't communicate well. He is not at home as often as he should be. I have a full-time job, but Austin is much busier than I am. He's been in a busy industry since before we were married, so I didn't think it was particularly strange. But about 2 months ago, Austin's colleague told me something. It was the weekend, and we were planning to go out as a family for the first time in a while. But Austin had to work suddenly. So I decided to go with my daughter to a theme park a little far away from home. And that's when I met Austin's colleague, Eli.
Oh, hi Camilla. What's up?
Are you here with Austin?
Eli used to come over to our house a lot. Recently, he got married, so he doesn't visit very often, but we still socialize.
No, Austin's working today. Are you off today?
Austin's working?
Eli had a curious look on his face.
That's odd. As I recall, Austin is supposed to be off today.
What?
When I talked to him yesterday on the way home, he said, "Now I can finally have a vacation." So I don't think he's working today.
Well, then where is he?
Well, I'm having a hard time telling you this, but maybe there's something going on that he can tell you.
Although he didn't say it out loud, Eli probably suspected Austin's cheating on me. I could only assume so from what he told me. I decided to talk to Austin that night.
I'm home. Oh, you're still up?
I wanted to talk to you about something.
Something you want to talk about?
Will you sit down for a minute? I told him to sit down in front of me.
So what did you want to talk to me about? I'm sorry, but I have work tomorrow, so if you can make this quick?
What did you do today?
Of course I was working.
I saw Eli today.
What?
And he told me you were supposed to be off today. Eli told me that you told him yesterday that you finally have a day off tomorrow. Off tomorrow? Austin's eyes went wide and he looked surprised, so I thought that's weird. So tell me, where were you and what were you doing today? Austin wouldn't make eye contact with me.
Oh, I see. No wonder Eli doesn't know. Actually, I got a call from the company when I was on my way home. It was a short notice, but they asked me to come into work. I told them I'm supposed to be off that day. But my company is customer-focused, so I couldn't say no. You didn't say anything to them? Did you tell them you were off? I did, but they told me they needed me to do something urgently. What? You don't believe me? I'm going to apply for holiday pay later, so that will be the proof. I don't suspect anything. Do you? Are we good now? I have to wake up early tomorrow. Where are you going tomorrow? Same as today.
I didn't say anything after that. I thought there was nothing suspicious going on because he told me he's going to apply for holiday pay. But something is bugging me. I wonder if it's really work. Then a few days later I got a call from Eli. Since Eli was the one who told me about Austin, Austin asked Eli to be with him when he applied for holiday pay. Apparently, it was true that he was working on his day off. But there was one thing about Eli's report that bothered me a little. The person in charge of the other company is a young girl. I've talked to her before, and she's a pretty nice girl. She just doesn't seem to have a good reputation among the female employees. Why? She's good looking. That's why she's doing so well. They're jealous. Poor thing. I'm sure that's not her intention. Then Eli objected. Actually, it could be. What do you mean? One of the people in charge of a case she won said he was in a relationship with her. What? It's just a rumor, so I don't know. The man said that she was more interested in if he had a girlfriend or married. So when she found out that he's married, she was very aggressive and appealing to him. Why? I don't know. Maybe she thinks that he's matured. When I hear something like that, it makes me wonder about Austin too. I'm like, well, that means Austin's in trouble, isn't he? I don't think so. Well, actually, he seems kind of easy. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. If he does something weird, I'll stop him. I'll report it to you.
Since Eli was the one who told me about Austin, Austin asked Eli to be with him when he applied for holiday pay. Apparently, it was true that he was working on his day off. But there was one thing about Eli's report that bothered me a little. The person in charge of the other company is a young girl. I've talked to her before, and she's a pretty nice girl. She just doesn't seem to have a good reputation among the female employees. Why? She's good looking. That's why she's doing so well. They're jealous. Poor thing. I'm sure that's not her intention. Then Eli objected. Actually, it could be. What do you mean? One of the people in charge of a case she won said he was in a relationship with her. What? It's just a rumor, so I don't know. The man said that she was more interested in if he had a girlfriend or married. So when she found out that he's married, she was very aggressive and appealing to him. Why? I don't know. Maybe she thinks that he's matured. When I hear something like that, it makes me wonder about Austin too. I'm like, well, that means Austin's in trouble, isn't he? I don't think so. Well, actually, he seems kind of easy. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. If he does something weird, I'll stop him. I'll report it to you.
Thank you. But if you're in too much contact with me, I don't think your wife would like that.
No problem. My wife doesn't care if it's you.
I see.
But still, you should only contact me when your wife knows.
Okay?
Then with Eli's help, I kept an eye on Austin's behavior and found nothing unusual. And here we are. When I told Austin that I was going to be admitted to the hospital for a checkup, I heard his voice sounding rather hoarse.
I think you should get that checked out because you're not so young anymore.
Uh-huh. Hey, how come you sound happy?
No, I don't. I'll miss you while you're gone, but I'll take care of the house. I'll be waiting for you.
Austin was trying to hide, but he sounded happy. Seeing Austin's look, as if he was asking me to doubt him, I couldn't help but grow distrustful. And then came the hospitalization for examination. I decided to leave my daughter with my mother that day. I was relieved to leave my child in her care. My only concern was Austin. I couldn't get rid of the thought that he was doing something suspicious. That was the only thing I was really worried about. The first day in the hospital for examination, after the examination, I was reading a book on my bed when a young woman came into the bed in front of me. My eyes met hers and I said hello.
I was worried. What if she's a weirdo? I'm Cora. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Cora is 29 years old. She's not feeling well and was admitted to the hospital for a checkup as well. She talks a lot, so I would not be bored during my stay in the hospital. Most of the talk was about her love life. She has been in many relationships because of her appearance. She had been in a relationship with a much older man and college student when she was 27. At first, I thought it was a nice way to pass the time. But then it started to sound like she was bragging. I started to just humor her along.
It's amazing how you've dated so many different people.
I've never been in a relationship with that many people.
Really? So your current husband was one of the good ones?
My husband and I had the same values and so on. That was the deciding factor in our marriage.
That's nice.
Do you have a so-called soulmate like that?
I kind of fall in love with married people.
What?
I'm sorry. I know it's unforgivable for someone like you who is married. I don't know why, but I'm attracted to married men.
That's risky.
I know, right? I think so too. But the only men I fall in love with are married or have girlfriends.
At this point, I was comparing her to a woman in Austin's company. I was sure that the woman Eli had told me about was like Cora too. I began to develop a growing dislike for Cora. So, the guy you're dating now is married too? I see. Is your boyfriend cool?
Yes, he is. From my point of view, he's so mature. I think I might like him more than any man I've ever dated. But he doesn't come visit me. I was worried that he wasn't worried about me.
What does he look like? Do you have any pictures of him? I wasn't interested at all, but I had a slight feeling that it could be Austin. I asked her to show me the picture. She said she was embarrassed, but immediately showed me the picture.
This is him.
What? I was so surprised that I covered my mouth with my hand. It was Austin with Cora in the picture. I wondered how such a coincidence was possible. Now I know for sure that Austin is cheating on me.
You're surprised, aren't you? I think he's around 40 years old. He might be a lot older than me, but he thinks of me a lot. He had some kind of family business the other day, but he came to see me because he'd rather be with me. I was so moved by how much he cared about me.
I see. I want to hear more about that. Is that a recent thing?
About 2 months ago,
Now, I know that Austin was lying about being at work that day. He told me that he had to go to work, but he was actually with Cora that day. He betrayed his family, and he lied to his company. This is unacceptable. Afterwards, Cora told me about Austin in detail. Of course, I recorded everything, which was more than enough evidence of the affair. Cora said that Austin isn't worried about her because he doesn't visit her at the hospital. I guess he can't come, even if he wanted to, because I am in the same room as Cora. I'm sure the reason why he seemed happy to hear that I was going to be hospitalized was because he thought he could invite Cora to the house. Because she's sick and hospitalized, I can see the look of frustration on Austin's face. I'm sure he is hoping that I don't find out that he's having an affair with Cora, but there's no way I would allow that. I'm not going to let him get away with this.
Camila, I know this guy. Austin, right?
Yes, how did you know? You know Eli from his company?
I'm his friend.
So, Eli introduced Austin a long time ago, and we've been working together ever since.
I didn't know that.
He might be able to come over if I call him for business.
Really? Please do that.
I then left the room and called Austin. Hello?
Hello, is everything okay?
I need you to bring me something today. Can you come to the hospital?
What? What? I have to work.
Why don't you come by on your way home from work? Or is there a reason you can't come to the hospital?
Well, it's not like that.
Okay then. I'll send you a list of the stuff I want you to bring. I hung up the phone and went back to the room.
How did it go?
He said he'd come.
Really?
Cora seemed pretty happy, but she has no idea that I am Austin's wife, and everything would end here today. Later that evening, Austin quietly visited me in the room. Cora happened to be in the bathroom at the time, so I was the only one there.
Hi, these are the stuff you asked for.
Oh, thanks.
You came fast. Well, yeah. Okay, bye.
What? You seem to be in a great hurry. What's wrong?
I'm in the middle of work. I'll see you later.
I stopped Austin, who was fidgeting, and said something to him. You want to get out of here as soon as possible, because Cora's here?
He stopped moving.
What are you talking about? I heard everything. About you and Cora. Austin, you've been having a lot of fun, haven't you?
Oh,
He thought I found out everything, and was having a hard time getting the words out. 2 months ago, you suddenly had to work and couldn't go to the theme park. It was because you were with Cora, right? You lied to us and betrayed us. How did you feel after that? Did you feel sorry for your family? I guess there's no point in asking. Anyway, I have all the evidence I need. I'll take the appropriate measures when I get back to you.
wait a minute.
And then Cora came back into the room.
Oh, Austin.
Cora hugged Austin.
Hey, stop it!
Why? Are you embarrassed? It's okay. Camila knows we're dating. Right, Camila?
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Cora. There's something I haven't told you.
Huh, what is it?
Have you ever seen his wife?
No, I haven't. I'm sure she's an old lady.
Yes, I'm an old lady.
Eh,
I'm Austin's wife.
what?
At that moment, the smile on Cora's face faded. Oh, you're kidding, right?
No, I'm not. I'm his wife.
What a coincidence. His wife and his lover are hospitalized in the same room. I know it must have been uncomfortable for you.
What? Wait, I don't understand. You're Austin's wife? Why did you tell me?
To get solid evidence while letting you feel good about what you're doing and show that you were wrong in the end.
Oh no.
Oh, I love that look on your face. It makes me feel good to see the look of despair on your face.
Camila, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna see your husband anymore. Can you let me off the hook this time?
What? There's no way I would do that. I'm going to charge you alimony. I've already informed the company of everything.
What?
Of course I did. You lied to the company. As a wife, I can't overlook your dishonesty.
But you don't have any proofs.
Cora told me everything. She told me where you went that day. She even posted on her social media on that day, so that's enough proof.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm going to the lab now. So, you two should start thinking about what you're gonna do. Goodbye. and so the case came to an end. After that, I was safely discharged from the hospital. There was nothing wrong with my body. I thought it would be a good idea to have regular checkups from now on. Austin and I divorced right after that. I filed for alimony with Cora as well. Austin is going to make additional child support payments. They are currently under investigation by the company for disciplinary action. We'll find out what the disciplinary action will be. Actually, Eli has been aware of Austin's suspicious activities for some time. Both Austin and Cora are currently at home. I heard they broke up. I don't really care, but I guess it's a good end. As for me, I'm currently living with my daughter. My goal is to raise her well, rather than finding a new partner.